Welcome to the weekly weather briefing from the National Weather Service in Spokane. The weather during the work week will be relatively benign, with generally warm and dry conditions expected through Thursday. Friday will see an increase of clouds as a weak cold front begins to approach the Pacific seaboard. By the weekend, the cold front will bring an increased chance of rain as well as breezy conditions. The overall pattern that we are looking at right now includes high pressure centered just off the Pacific Northwest coastline. This is ushering moisture and any weak storm systems up across British Columbia, well north of our area of concern. By Friday, the area of high pressure will strengthen ahead of the advancing cold front. This will eventually push moisture up along the coast, bringing increased mid and high-level clouds to the inland northwest. Very similar to the past weekend, we are anticipating a cold front to bring a change to the weather pattern. At this point, the cold front seems to be relatively weak, which means only a chance of rain and breezy conditions. The front should pass through the region early Sunday morning, shifting winds around to the southwest and increasing. Again, all indications are that this is not a strong frontal passage, so heavy rain, blowing dust, or any other significant impacts are not expected. Stay tuned later this week for any changes to this forecast. To give you an idea of the strength of this upcoming frontal passage, Sunday the winds will shift from the north to the southwest and increase. The peak of the winds are expected to be after the front passes on Sunday afternoon. A quick roundup around the region of the 7-day forecast with chances of precipitation thrown in. These graphics are for Spokane and Lewiston. Looking out west towards Omak and Wenatchee, here's the forecast through the weekend. Notice the temperatures in the upper 60s to lower 70s, with only a slight drop in temperatures behind the front Sunday and Monday. For a point of reference, here are the average high temperatures for this time of year throughout the inland northwest. Based on the forecast temperatures we just saw, this week we will average about 10 to 15 degrees above average for this time of year. Similar to the low temperatures, this is what we could expect for this time of year, with forecast lows in the mid to upper 40s and even low 50s in some areas. We will remain about 10 to 15 degrees above average for the low temperatures as well. That trend looks to continue through the next week with increased chances of increased chances of temperatures remaining above average. No strong signal for precipitation according to the Climate Prediction Center, which means we may see the occasional weak front bringing us some light rain chances. Since the weather is so benign this week, one more thing I'd like to share with you all is the last 30 days worth of precipitation. This image shows the percent of average precipitation for September 12th through October 11th. You can see that while portions of the southwest, southeast Idaho, and central Montana have been near normal or above normal precipitation, most of the inland northwest was only 25 to 50% of average precipitation. Based on the continued dry pattern, our drought monitor has not changed significantly over the past several weeks. The entire inland northwest continues to be painted in the D3 or extreme drought category. That is it for this week's weather briefing. Please monitor our forecast throughout the week for updates. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you for tuning in to this week's weekly weather briefing.